Dark Oracle Sage and Andrew Anderson. You're talking about a lot of pounds on that ring. I mean, both men are, you know, tough dudes. Talking about a former ECPW champion, Andrew Anderson.
These are two big bulls going at it. This is going to be an interesting matchup. It's not every day where you see somebody who can potentially give Anderson a run for his money in terms of a physical, physical presence and strength.
And speaking of physical strength, the reinforcer Andrew Anderson is demonstrating that strength, taking the early advantage here of the Dark Oracle, and he's pushing that. Look at that, raking his eye right across that top rope. You know, that's reinforced.
Oh, hold on. I think okay, no, he turned around.
Thank goodness he's not getting hit up.
You know, I don't know what's going on around here anymore, man. This place, you can just feel it.
It's a different vibe not having Gino Caruso here. I'll tell you that, Kevin.
DeVito and his pack of jackals have been running.
What do you mean calling timeout? This is not a football game. What do you mean timeout? He's calling timeout like
he's sandbox.
My time.
I mean, he'll never let you forget it. He never stops running his mouth.
Yeah, he never stops.
Come on, Sage.
Big forearms there. But hey, wait a minute.
All right, my laptop is out of the way. It is okay. Nice. Sage using that upper body strength to block Anderson, rams him face first into probably the hardest area of the ring.
My goodness. Oh no.
Sage has got to fire up and find a way to get a little more physical with Anderson.
And Sage now showing some offense, showing some fire here.
But took too long. You cannot give Andrew Anderson a moment. This guy is too crafty, too experienced, too strong, too powerful. He's fought them all. He's been everywhere, and you can't give this guy a second to breathe. You got to stay on him. Big mistake by Sage.
And Anderson, who's trimmed down, I mean, he looks like in the best shape probably ever in his career. He is really putting it to Sage right now. He really thought 3 steps ahead on that because he was waiting for him to get into that ring, and he rammed that rope.
Yeah, I'll give the big guy this. He's got a 3-pack going on right now.
Yeah, he's showing that at any age, with a lot of intensity and a lot of fire, you could come back. And, he's battled some injuries, and right now he's in the best shape of his career. Here's the cover by the reinforcer.
That was a beautiful butterfly suplex. I'm actually shocked that Sage was able to kick out.
And you could watch Andrew Anderson all around the world. I mean, this man has had a lot of projects. I mean, he's starred in Gotham.
Yeah, we just saw him in Gotham. He's everywhere.
And have you seen the movie The Wrestler?
Have you?
Oh, I've been in it.
That's right.
Me and Mickey Rourke have actually shared a scene.
You guys shared a trailer, right?
Yeah. I have the hit by 10 if you like an autograph.
Oh, please.
There's nice elbow right across the kisser. Knocking Sage down, and it's not easy to knock the Dark Oracle down. He's a big man.
He's a big dude, a lot of strength there. But Andrew Anderson, a multiple-time bench press record holder.
Drives that knee right across the back there. Applies that chin lock.
Just too big, too powerful.
And it was a really fast-paced matchup to start things off. Now it's beginning to slow down here as
well, that's it. Anderson is bringing it down to his pace, bringing it down to his speed. Anderson is a very physical competitor, but when he isn't, you got to notice, he also tries to bring the pace down to almost to a snail's pace. He's very methodical. Once he gets it slowed down, he's able to lock in those holds, able to lock in those big suplexes. He's going to literally squeeze the life out of him.
And Anderson knocked off his feet with 2 consecutive shots there. Nice clothesline there by Sage.
Sage, man, spending too much time. You got to stay on someone like that.
Man, up with a sidewalk slam. Wow, did you see that, Kevin?
That was an impressive feat of strength there. That was a whole lot of
come on.
to be holding
right
up
in front of the referee.
Slam.
Does this man DeVito have any shame at all? Right in front of the referee. How blatant can you be?
What are you going to do? The referee's probably scared to death. he's seen DeVito twice almost every week since the removal.
And now DeVito up on the apron. Come on, he is sensing the trouble that Andrew Anderson was
Anderson have a chain?
Hey, what's he got in his hand there?
In his hand.
Oh, come on! Hits him with that chain! What? And their bell has sounded! Hit him with some kind of weapon. We don't know if that's a brass knuckles or chain, but it was loaded, and Sage is knocked out unconscious.
At least there's some semblance of justice around here. Anderson at least got caught cheating.
Victorious, but he does not look victorious right now, laying in the middle of that ring.
He was the victor, but he most certainly was not the winner tonight.
He was knocked out cold there.
Andrew Anderson succumbed to a little bit of hubris here, got a little too greedy, a little too brazen, paid the price for it. But at the end of the day, Anderson's the one who's walking out on his own 2 feet.
I think if you go with the speed, you got to give the advantage to Jimmy Akro.
Absolutely.
However, Marcos, for a big man, has a lot of agility, a lot of skill, and he's demonstrated that throughout 2017. And here he is, 3 weeks now, almost a month into the new year, and look what he's doing already.
Yeah. Listen, Jimmy's got the speed, but Marcos is the speed bump. Jimmy has got to find a way to get a little bit of separation here and bait Marcos into making a little mistake so that he can take to the air and keep this big animal off balance.
Jimmy has hit that speed bump right now because midway through this match, Marcos is really taking the upper hand, literally, and now he drives that big elbow.
That big elbow.
Across the chest there. Oh, Jimmy's framed. I don't know how much more he can handle with the power of Marcos here. 2 count.
Well, that's the other thing you got to take in mind too. Jimmy is a rather svelte competitor. He's
a lot of resiliency there.
When he's essentially every time Marcos hits him, it's a car accident. This kid's resilient. He's got a lot of spunk, got a lot of tenacity. But eventually, again, if he cannot turn the tide, his body will break.
Now Irish Rip, he reverses it. Marcos showing that power, misses with a right hand right. Oh! Big elbow right across.
Yep, that back elbow right
up. He connected piece of the chin there.
Yeah.
Almost took his head off.
Chin, neck, upper chest, sent Jimmy just spinning. Kid corkscrew through the air.
He had the upper hand in the beginning of this matchup, and now it's like a seesaw now.
Marcos getting a little too cocky though. He's got to slow it down.
No.
He's got to slow it down and stay focused.
Marcos is toying with the youngster Jim Akro. He's really trying to make a name for himself. Look at this!
That back, I can't call it a backbreaker. That back is broken.
I've seen that before. Dude. Look at that suplex.
He's gonna.
Look at it, and we talked about the agility. Marcos, for a big man, he doesn't get a lot of credit for that agility, that speed, and you just saw that right now.
2018 might be the year where Marcos comes into his own. This kid's showing a lot of charisma, a big kip up. Again, the athleticism speaks for itself.
Since Gino's retirement and the despicable way that he had to exit, I mean, the landscape has changed for East Coast professional wrestling, and it is wide open for anybody to take the reins in 2018. Who is going to step up, Kevin, in 2018 and take the bull by the horns, if you will?
That's the big question. So far, it looks like the bad guys are running wild, and I haven't seen a single one of our younger, talented guys, our fan favorites. They are conspicuous by their absence, to say the least. And for someone like me, it's a little disturbing. It's a little troubling. I am hoping that someone decides to step up. People like Kyle Angus and Joe Scott, came to the aid of Tony Rush at Christmas Chaos. When I thought all was lost, but this is a big roster, and 3 guys doesn't quite cut it.
And we're gonna see those 3 guys tonight in our main event. They're going to be wrestling Shazam in 6-man tag team action.
Nice. Come on, Jimmy. Keep hitting him. Chop that big Sequoia down.
Jimmy just wrestles with such grace and
beautiful
such
maneuver right there.
athleticism. Wow, this kid is really showing something here. I really love the tenacity.
Oh,
as you said,
Marcos
Kevin.
better be careful there. He almost tapped. I understand in our sport you have to physically, you have to actually say the words "I give up."
Jimmy's
but
giving up
he's got to be. Marcos got to be careful, man. He tapped that back to try to. It's just he's lucky the ref didn't see it, or else he would have lost this match by accident.
Jimmy's giving up a lot of weight, and he's using every inch of that weight to his advantage right now.
All that matters is when you get that forearm right under the chin, and you start taking that air. You start pressing up against that artery, and it doesn't matter who you are, you're going down. Will this be the moment where David beats Goliath?
You know, and speaking of David, you're talking about Jim Acro. You know, he really resembled David in this matchup. I thought before this match that he literally had no chance, and I apologize for that because
look at this, the power of this kid. Muscles up, gets it done, digs deep, beautiful fisherman suplex, and somehow Jimmy kicked out.
Wow, what a great matchup here. I'm really impressed with Jim Acro. I'm very impressed with Marcos, the albino gorilla. I mean, we've seen his work. We've seen how he's wrestled throughout the year 2017, but we have yet to see the unproven Jim Acro. And tonight, he really is proving himself to be a competitor in that ring.
Yes, and I just want to make it very clear. I hate the moniker albino gorilla. It is stupid. It reminds me of, what was that, Congo?
Well, you tell him that. He did not hear that.
I will tell him that.
He's a big man, you know. Marcos is picking up. You know,
torture rack, beautiful.
Has him up there. He's bent like a Twizzler.
Somehow Jimmy got out. Nice enziguri.
Going for a little sunset flip. He flipped him in the air.
Sunset flip bomb.
Oh, that almost was an upset.
Good Lord, they have anything left to do?
March Madness has not been. I thought we were going to see March Madness, some upsets here. My goodness, that was almost a 3 count.
These two are going through every offensive maneuver I can think of. This is incredible. What is it? You know, it's incredible. These two, again, they train together. They know each other so well. They're going beat for beat, move for move, counter for counter, hold for hold, almost slam for slam. Yeah, they're going slam for flip.
Oh, spinning heel kick right into that gut of Marco. Look at it, tries to go for that neck breaker, reverses it. Oh my goodness, that nice! Connected right across the chin.
Good for Marco.
Jimmy's dazed right now.
Jimmy got headbutted on the zip code.
Look at his eyes, he's not looking right now. And now Marco's taking full advantage. Here's the cover.
I think Marcos won.
Wow, Marco's victorious.
Here is your winner, the albino gorilla, Anthony Marcos.
Jim Acro, even though he lost this match, what a hell of a match.
Yeah,
what
impressive outing.
What a debut here on ECPW. How impressed are you, Kevin?
I'll say it again and again. Power is the great equalizer. You can be as fast as you want. You can be as fast as you want. You can fly all you want. But when it comes to a big, powerful opponent, 9 times out of 10, it's a fait accompli.
But you gotta respect Jim Acro.
Absolutely, all the respect in the world.
The butterflies were not even there.
Nope.
What a match.
Impressive outing.
Folks, this is not the last you've seen of Jim Acro. And look at this. Marcos just kicks our referee. That's gonna cause a finer suspension here.
This is where the rubber meets the road. It's the Bravehearts against Team Shazam. Tony Rush denied championship gold time and time again. Kyle Angus, Shazam tried to end his career, tried to take his life after stealing his championship gold. And Joe Scott, this man came in, stood up when no one else was willing to, led the charge, and came out there to kick some butt, take some names, and threw down the gauntlet.
And we're trying to restore some order here. There's action all over in the ringside area here. Right in front of me, the television champion, Kenny Bengal, is really taking it to Kyle Angus. And inside the ring, Dan the Man now is really in trouble with a... now he's trying to hit some elbows there to Tony Rush.
Rush wants to go for that German suplex, but Dan the Man had it well scouted, counter with a big bunch of elbows. Oh, wow, beautiful! But not looking. Here comes Mr. Dillinger.
When you talk about a man with that extensive vape collection, I mean,
big pump handle slam. Oh, pump handle backbreaker. What innovation for Mr. Dillinger.
that was a great, great move there. And he's missing with a couple rights.
Dillinger frustrated, probably still sore after defeat that chain match at Christmas Chaos. Kyle Angus really coming into his own, man. This kid has so much heart, so much tenacity.
And you know what? I hope that on assignment, Joey G could shed some light on what's going on. And I know you, as the director of talent relations, could tell us what's
Beautiful
going on
wow.
with Gino Caruso. I apologize, for getting sidetracked, but we don't know what's going on here. I mean, this is the first time that I really felt,
Nice weave through neckbreaker takes Mr. All Day down to the mat. Sorry, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, I was saying that, right now, we don't know what's going on. We don't know how stable things are with ECPW, with Gino not here. He's not even been at the building.
Beautiful.
He's still the owner of the company, but we have not seen him at all, and we don't know what the future holds.
So right now, it's pretty bleak. But the owner, he is not allowed to. He can still participate in executive public decisions, but he's not allowed to enter any of the buildings. He's not allowed to attend any events.
Well, we need leadership,
the conditions of the contract leave him relegated to just training the new students and, again, making executive level decisions. But in terms of day-to-day leadership, there is a vacuum. There is a vacuum. And right now, the inmates are running the asylum. And like I said before, so far, I've only seen 3 people step up and answer the call. DeVito
we need leadership.
And his gaggle of jagaloons have been running rampant for the last month.
And speaking of leadership, here is the ECPW heavyweight champion, the face of the company. Dan the Man gets into that ring.
And the seasoned ring general taking his sweet time, confusing an Irishman with a Scotsman.
Dan just is a great wrestler, but he used to be such a fan favorite. Ever since he changed his attitude, he has really, the only silver lining out of that change was he has become ECPW champion. At what cost, Kevin? At what cost?
Hip thrust. Listen, I've said it time and time and time again. There is no one more charismatic in wrestling than Dan the Man. This guy, he is Mr. Entertainment. But when he wants to be loved, you love him. But when he wants to be hated, he loves to be hated. He knows how to trigger an emotional response out of you, whether you want to give it to him or you don't. And right now, in his pursuit,
with a great drop kick on both the television champ and the ECPW heavyweight champ.
In his pursuit to have all things gold as it relates to ECPW, this man has no problem being the Darth Sidious of Adrenaline TV.
I saw Dan the Man at Comic-Con, and the man spit on me. He spit on me, Kevin.
The Joe Scott, the brute force awakens with Joe Scott right now, taking it to Dan the Man, taking it to Kenny Bengal, getting in there to try to, little modified cruiser kick right to the chest.
Oh, nobody wants to cheer for that man. They stopped cheering a long time ago, ever since he turned his back on all these fans.
And Joe Scott is in trouble. Here comes the big
And here's the big man, the enforcer, if you will, of Team Shazam, Corey Dillinger. He's going to work right now on Kyle Angus.
Dillinger, a very young man. Every time you see him, he's in more and more shape. He's working hard. He's getting bigger. He's getting stronger. He's deceptively quick, deceptively fast. And just the more time he spends with Dan the Man, the more vicious he becomes, the more focused he becomes. It's only going to be a matter of time before this guy is nearly unstoppable.
And how unstoppable do you think Mr. Dillinger could be if he gets rid of that extensive vape collection? Doesn't he know that smoking is bad for him?
It is a very dangerous and very disgusting habit.
It's a despicable habit. Despicable.
Oh my God, that can't be legal.
That is not legal at all.
Wow.
They're playing by the rules. Oh, come on. Mr. Dillinger does not play by the rules, that's for sure. And Tony Rush now gets in there.
Thank God for Tony Rush, right?
He is not going to allow a cheap victory to get pulled up here in the main event of Adrenaline.
Joe Scott is in a world of trouble. He is in no man's land right now, miles away from his partners, and Shazam is having their way with him.
And quick tags in and out between all three members of Team Shazam. And if you're going to go by, who's a better tag team, the advantage right now is clearly with Team Shazam because they have more connection with each other. They've been together longer.
Listen, this is a well-oiled machine, well-trained.
Well-crafted.
Well-crafted. This is the pinnacle of efficiency.
And Dan is taunting Kyle.
Oh my God!
Taunting Joe Scott there. Oh, now Bangle is measuring Joe Scott.
Joe Scott, as apropos as it is, Joe Scott is being victimized right now. Joe Scott needs a miracle. He needs a miracle.
And look at his back that's redder than the inside of a watermelon. Look at the back of Joe Scott. He has welts all over him.
Joe Scott has taken a whooping like I have never seen a man take a beating before. Oh!
Is that even legal?
Technically that one was. That was a forearm right across the jaw. Joe Scott, I don't know how he's out on his feet. I think this is over. Somehow he weaved out. Nice and skirt. Come on, Joe Scott. You've got to make separation. You've got to get to your corner. You got to dig deep.
And we've seen this before.
Look at this. This is psychological warfare at its finest. And Rush and Angus fell right for it. Joe Scott had the opportunity to get the hell out of there. Shazam baited him in, and now Joe Scott is still dead center in the ring, getting his ass kicked because his teammates took their eye off the ball. You've got to stay focused in situations like this. This is the difference between winning and losing.
Absolutely, and right now, Joe Scott is lying helpless in that ring, and Kenny Bangle goes up, high-risk maneuver, moonsault off the top rope. Here's the cover. And Kyle Angus gets in there, breaks it up before the 3 count. And now, is this even legal? Dan gets in there. I didn't even see a tag there. Was there even a tag?
No, there was no tag. But again, the referee was out of position, and if the referee can't see it, it's legal.
And they're taking advantage of an inexperienced referee here. Referee's trying to do his job, but really Dan is showing why he is, unfortunately, the face of the company. Did he just call him trash?
Well, Joe Scott looks like Glenn at the end of meeting Lucille, and it's all because his teammates took their eye off the ball. Joe Scott is in dire straits.
No way! Is this? Unbelievable.
Right now, Joe Scott has to hope that one of these guys is going to make a mistake.
Suplex now by the champion. And
nice little roll through.
Oh, what is this?
What is this? Tombstone? Wow.
His own version of a tombstone pile driver. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. But Kyle Angus got in there using Team Shazam's own tactics against them.
Right now, this is about survival. So you've got to survive by hook or crook. Joe Scott is the Walking Dead right now. This dude has been put through hellfire. He's in the middle of his own personal crucible. He has got to find a way to get to his corner and get in a fresh man.
And I don't understand how Dan is getting upset by Kyle Angus breaking up. I mean, what's good for the goose, you know what I'm saying? And right now, Dan is, look, he's talking trash to him. Oh, what a chop! Right across the chest of Joe Scott. And Joe Scott is trying to show some resiliency here. Irish whip. Missing with that big clothesline. Kick to the gut by Scott.
Wow. All right. Joe Scott managed to dig deep and hit that flipping neckbreaker, but is it enough? Is it enough to make a difference? Right now, Joe Scott took a tremendous amount of punishment. He is down, out on his back.
Wow, what a matchup.
It is more likely that Dan the Man will recover first. But again, it isn't enough. We're talking about this is a game of inches right now. Joe Scott, you've just got to extend your hand. Your partners have got it. They got to reach out. They got to reach out and try to get this tag. They've got to want it for this guy. They've got to want it more than he could ever possibly want it.
You know, Kevin, this is a hell of a six-man tag team matchup. I mean, folks, if you have not seen Christmas Chaos, please go back and watch it. I mean,
beautiful flying high knee.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us on all our social media platforms. There's updates. There's a lot of, and join us at the end of this program because there's a lot of announcements for future ECPW live events coming to your area, folks. 2 count only. Dan with that side kick right across the kisser. And Kyle picks him up for Fireman's carry. And another great shot there by the television champion.
Valiant effort by Kyle Angus, but he got a super kick for his trouble. Joe Scott is in the, I don't know if I can say this on TV, but I have to sleep it out. I'll say he's in the middle of a Mandingo mauling right now.
And right now.
That triple super kick. Joe Scott's dead.
Come on now.
Joe Scott's dead. Just someone called the coroner.
They used that to their advantage by having 3-on-1. By everybody is decapitated here.
By himself.
And
Joe Scott has, yes, you're right.
Joe Scott is helpless right here. What is going on here? Action spilling out. All outside here.
Is Mr. 450 gonna fly? Just don't hurt. Just don't hurt my. I'm not getting up. I refuse. Just don't hurt my.
Oh no! It's rush time, boys! Unbelievable! Did you see that, Kevin? Oh my goodness! That was awesome! What a matchup!
Oh my God! Tony Rush flew through the air. Kyle Angus flew through the air. Joe Scott got his head chopped off. Shazam! Everybody's down. And it looks like we're back to the 2 men who started this match.
Now he's getting held. This is double team action. Missed that southpaw hit. He hits his own man.
Big forearm, knocked that man out. That DVD took the heavyweight champ out.
Look at this. Now
Dillinger's all by himself. Turnabout is fair play right now.
Oh look. Now we got triple team action here, and it's rush time up to the top rope.
Beautiful 450, right in square, dead set in the middle. That was incredible. That was amazing. What a finish.
The team of Joe Scott, Kyle Angus,
Team Sam
winning gets done.
I love it, folks. I love it. What a matchup. What a main event.
That was car crash after car crash. That was rock'em sock'em smash mouth. That was everything you want to see in a wrestling match. And these 3 Bravehearts, they dug deep. They fought hard. They found a way to win. That's what this is about. Everybody else in that locker room better be paying attention. Better be taking some notes. Because it's time for people to step up. Caruso's gone. Who's going to be the next leader?
And you can see right now, look at this. I love the fact Team Shazam got what they deserved tonight.
That's what you call comeuppance. And Team Shazam got it served tenfold tonight.
I'm smiling from ear to ear as we sign off. I'm Andrew Calla, Kevin Apollo. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.